y'all may have known, there was a shooting in Colorado, and if you don't know, we about to learn about it, because I know not everybody lives in the United States and is up on this type of news. So it is very unfortunate. There was a hate crime against the LGBTQ community in Colorado. Fucking piece of shit shooter went in there and shot everybody. So let's watch the news report. Let's start from the beginning.
Alan, you talked to that man who took down the gunman. He doesn't want to be called a hero, but a lot of folks say he absolutely is.
Call him a GIGACHAD. He's absolutely a GIGACHAD.
This memorial tonight, Jim, there is a recognition that this could have been far worse, but for what Richard Fierro and another man did. Fierro is a veteran of the U.S. Army, a former major who did 3 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. He recognized what was happening, got up, started fighting, and didn't stop fighting. Richard Fierro came out of his house with his wife and daughter nursing injuries at home.
I'm not a hero, I'm just some dude.
That is such a Colorado ass aesthetic. I'm not a hero. I'm just some dude.
We do the parade because we love our community. Doesn't matter LGBT.
What a gangster.
It was a good night at the club until the shooting, and people like bartender Michael Anderson feared what was happening.
When I thought that I was about to die, like there was, in my view, there was no one to stop him from where he was to where we were.
Damn, that's so scary.
Fierro and another patient,
that's so
Thomas
scary.
James, subdued the gunman.
I grabbed him by the back of his little cheap-ass armor thing, and I pulled him down. The young man that was late, he was hiding there, had jumped up with me. I don't know if he helped pull him down or not. I have no idea.
Fierro using the suspect's gun against him.
I just kept wailing on him, and I told the kid in front of me, kick him in his head, keep kicking him in his head. One of the performers walked by, or was running by, and I told her, kick this guy, and she took her high heel.
Yeah.
Stuffed it in his face.
Good. Deserves that piece of shit, man.
I don't know who it is, but they saved my life.
I gotta kill this guy. He's gonna kill my kid. He's gonna kill my wife. He ended up killing my daughter's boyfriend.
Raymond Green Vance, the family, is mourning, along with the rest of the 5 killed.
I wish I could have done more, okay? But those people aren't home tonight. I am.
Man, like, okay, so when I was in high school, like towards the end, they started giving us active shooter drills. And I remember this was like a real shock because it was like this, they had never done this before, but it was kind of like a sign that mass shootings in the United States were picking up, and they wanted to get, students prepared for it. And I was always like, damn, this is crazy. Like I can't, like, fire drills is one thing, but active shooter drills, where they would do things like, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to go to this corner, and you need to, like, hide yourself behind this, and you need to lock all doors, and you need to pull the thing down on the window panel. It was insane to be a student at that age, to be a teenager, thinking one day I might have to know what to do if an active shooter comes into the school and starts shooting and killing everybody. And in that moment, you could prepare for it all you want with these drills, but in that moment, it's a whole nother thing, man. All you're thinking about is survival and scared, and you're just like, who did I say I love you to? Who did I say goodbye to? Like, is this the last time I'm going to see my loved ones? Is this the last time I'm going to see my mom or my wife or my girlfriend, my boyfriend? Like, I can't imagine the emotions that are going through you at that moment when someone enters the area and is aiming to kill as many people as they can. What do you think at that moment? Like, that's just an insane thing to think about. And, like, you can prepare for these things all you possibly can. I remember the active shooter drills. They really tried to, like, drill it in our heads on what to do, what the proper steps were. But still, like, I cannot imagine what I would do in that situation. It's too much to even think about.
Thomas James has not come forward publicly yet, but Mayor John Suthers today said that what Fierro had done probably saved a lot of lives. And rarely, he said, had he talked with anyone so humble. Fierro compared to what happened like war, he said, and that everybody who was inside Club Q is going to have to deal with that now.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. The PTSD, like, that's like being in a war zone, like, and these are just regular people that were just out on a Saturday, Sunday night, wanting to party, wanting to have a good time, just wanting to chill. man, this is why, like, I've been mad. I've been mad. I've been mad angry. Because, like, I got hit with that homophobic bullshit on Saturday, and I'm a straight dude, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a defendant. I went in on that dude. But at the end of the day, nobody is trying to discriminate against me or attack me for my sexuality. So, like, fuck, man. That shit really kills me. To dealing with that bullshit on Saturday, waking up the next day and reading the headlines that a club in Colorado had been attacked by some scumbag. Man, oh man, that shit was tough. It was really tough. We need to look up more videos of this guy Richard Fierro though, because man, like, this is who we need to be giving the attention to, not that piece of shit who fucking tried to kill people, man. This guy, the fucking damn. This is who we need to give attention to, man. Not to that scumbag.
Maybe the only person unwilling to call Richard Fierro a hero is Richard Fierro.
I didn't do anything special with it. I took care of my kids, took care of my wife, took care of my family, took care of my friends.
Richard went to Club Q that fateful Saturday night with his wife Jessica, their daughter Cassie, and Cassie's boyfriend Raymond Green Vance.
We were having a great time.
Then, shortly before midnight, the chaos began. As the crowd scattered from the shooter, Richard ran right for him.
Your first instinct as you see him is to rush him, is to take him down.
My daughter and my whole family was in there. Who's not
Yeah.
gonna go save them? Or do what they can to stop somebody from hurting them.
Bro.
Having served 15 years in the Army, Richard says instinct took over. He slammed him to the ground.
I hit him everywhere I could find. He had armor on. He may have had a helmet. He may not have had a
Yo, I got a hoodie, a sweater just like this that I got when I went to Mexico. We crossed over from San Diego to Mexico, and I got one of those. Warmest piece of clothing I have by far. Fire piece of clothing.
And I'm like, I don't know. I know I found a little wet, bloody spot, and I just kept going.
If Richard hadn't acted, authorities say the loss of life would have been even more catastrophic.
He was a hero way before this in my eyes.
He is.
Could have been
He's the
so many
man.
more bodies there. There could have been so many more injuries.
This dude, as humble as he is, saved so many people. Because in that moment, when all of that is happening, it is incredibly difficult to decide, I'm going to try and take this guy down. You know, it takes a lot of courage. And I don't blame a single person in that situation who is thinking, I can't go and try and take him down. I'm just going to die. I salute anybody who would take that risk and puts their life on the line to save others. But I don't blame a single person that would be in there thinking, if I run at this guy right now, I'm going to die. I'm going to just try and hide and just pray that I make it. I don't blame a single person, because in that situation, that is so scary.
And there wasn't.
5 people died that night, including Richard's daughter's boyfriend, Raymond.
She did that scream, that guttural scream, and when she found out about Raymond, it was that guttural scream. And it was the worst thing I ever heard. This is my kid.
Fam! Oh man, to see somebody that you love going through that much pain, it pains you. Like, it really pains you to see somebody that you love going through it. And I feel for, damn, man. This dude is gonna always think, why couldn't I have done more? Why couldn't I have stopped him sooner? But you can't think like that. He saved so many people with what he did.
Raymond's mother, Adriana, is heartbroken.
He was very kind, and I used to call him my gentle giant.
Is it settled in?
No, I still, I still think he's gonna walk in through the door.
Why did that bullet went to him? That's one of the biggest questions.
Raymond's family describing the 22-year-old as the life of every room he walked in.
Horrible, Sundere. It's so horrible. It's really, truly sad. And like they were saying earlier, the guy who stopped the shooter was in the military, and he's like, you know, everybody in there is gonna have to deal with PTSD. Like, it's just like a war zone. No amount of preparation can ever get you prepared for that. Like, It really is so sad.
Reckoning with his death.
I work in a restaurant, and one of the hostess came and he says, your husband called and he said, it's an emergency. I said, oh my God, what happened? So I called him and he told me that Raymond was dead.
Tonight, immense grief and heartbreak that will last a lifetime.
Walking past other bodies that were laying there, those are things you won't be able to unsee. There's smells you won't be able to unsmell. And it was just horrifying.
Like, I don't even know. How do you return to a normal life after this? Like, any time that you go out somewhere, you know, like they went to a nightclub, somewhere where you feel like, I want to let my guard down. It's been a stressful week at work. It's been stressful, whatever. I have these issues at home or at my job, but I come here to let my guard down, have a good night, and just relax and let loose. And in the one place where you think that you could do that and that you should be able to do that, you come and get attacked. So how could you go back to just living a normal life? Anytime you go out somewhere, you're going to just think, what happens if I get attacked? You're going to be looking over your shoulder. Remember when the shooting happened here? I mean, we weren't even there, but in the train, you were paranoid. Now imagine actually being in the shooting. Exactly. That was in on the D train, no, on the N train, and near 36th Street. That's just a stop that we pass, right? And that's a train that we're often on. And I was like, oh my God, I could have been there. Like, I could have been on that train if it was a little bit later in the day. And now imagine actually being there. I think it was the D. I gotta look it up. I think it was the R. I don't know. It was near 36th Street though. Terrifying. How do you go back to living a normal life after that?
Steve joins us now from Colorado Springs. Heartbreaking recollections of that day, Steve. Have investigators shared any more about the suspect tonight?
Yeah, Lester, we know that 22-year-old suspect was released from the hospital today and transferred to a county jail where he's expected to make his first court.
When did this happen? Sunday, Sundere. This happened like this happened early in the morning, Sunday.
And one of the hostess came and he says, your husband called and he said, it's an emergency. I said, oh my God, what happened? So I called him and he told me that Raymond was dead.
Tonight, immense grief and heartbreak that will last a lifetime.
I'm not gonna stand on the chair.
Bodies that were laying there, those are things you won't be able to unsee.
Yeah.
There's smells you won't be able to unsmell. And it was just horrible.
Yeah, we got serious.
Steve,
the twerking's for another
Colorado
time.
Springs, heartbreaking recollections of that day, Steve. Have investigators shared any more about the suspect tonight?
Yeah, Lester, we know that 22-year-old suspect was released from the hospital today and transferred to a county jail where he's expected to make his first court appearance via video tomorrow, followed by multiple murder and possible hate crime charges.
Possible! Possible! What you mean possible? It was absolutely a hate crime. There is no possible about it. What you talking about? Absolutely a hate crime. This man walked into a fucking LGBTQ bar and started shooting everybody. What you mean? He didn't just walk into the fucking Joe Schmo's bar and pub down the block. He went to a specific place trying to kill a specific type of people. What you mean possible? Wild. I want more about Richard Fierro, man. That's the guy.
This holiday, master your kitchen with Wayfair.
He was in the middle of a killing spree, but the gunman who stormed into that Colorado Springs nightclub was met with brave people who were not afraid to fight back. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. The man who stopped the shooter is now talking about what happened that tragic night, and we are learning about his close ties to San Diego. Here's CBS 8's Brian White.
45-year-old Richard Fierro actually grew up in San Diego, attending Mira Mesa High School and SDSU. Now on Saturday, he was at Club Q with his wife, daughter, and her boyfriend, Raymond Green Vance, one of the 5 killed. During the chaos, he managed to confront the shooter and stop him, many calling him a hero for what he did.
Hell yeah!
I want you to hear how he reacted when those shots rang out firsthand, in his own words.
I went to the ground like everybody did. And then when I rolled to get up, because I knew I had to do something, and I looked up, I went, hey, I got to stop this guy. So I ran across the room and I pulled him down.
I grabbed him by the back of his little cheap ass.
This dude is brave. This is a true GIGACHAD. One of the bravest humans. Anybody willing to put their life on the line to try and stop somebody who's causing just inconceivable amounts of evil and damage. That's a true hero right there. And I know he's humble. He's saying, I'm not a hero. I was just doing what anybody else would do, protecting my family, protecting those around me. Man, you got guts, you got courage. You did an amazing thing, man. I don't blame anybody in that situation who would be scared, because I'll be fucking terrified, and I know that it's a terrifying situation to be in. So, like, big blessings on this guy.
Armor thing, and I pulled him down. I just kept wailing on him. And I told the kid in front of me, kick him in his head, keep kicking him in his head.
Fuck yeah.
Performers walked by, or was running by, and I told her, kick this guy. And she took her high heel and stuffed it in his face. So I hit him with the gun, his gun. I grabbed it, and I hit him with it. I kept hitting him with it.
Mm-hmm.
That cop walked in, when he saw me, he must have thought.
Honestly, I have no idea how you bring this guy down to the ground and just beat him and don't want to just kill him yourself. Like, this dude just walked into this bar, this nightclub where everybody was just trying to have a good time and relax, and caused all of this evil to happen. I don't know how you don't, like, man, I would have been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get off of him? Like, you want to just, like, this guy has hurt people around you, and I would want to hurt him. Richard Fierro.
That was crazy.
I tried to hurt everybody in there. I still feel bad that there's 5 people. There's 5 people that didn't come home.
You see?
And this guy, I told him while I was hitting him, I said, I'm gonna kill you, man, because you killed me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the restraint, man. The restraint, like, and I know that he must have been hurting deep inside, because he's hurting right now, thinking, why didn't I do something sooner? Like, I wish I could have done more. I would have wanted to kill this dude, man. Really, really, like, hurt this guy.
Friends. My family was in there. I told the mayor, I'm not a hero. I'm just a guy that wanted to protect his kids and his wife. And I still didn't get to protect her boyfriend. This whole thing was a lot.
What happened to the shooter? They took him to the hospital. He's going to court virtually tomorrow, Sundere. They talked about it on Yeah. Yo. Okay, I kind of hear myself. The opera, yeah. I'm trying to get it right, you know. But I do like this setup a lot more. I feel more energetic. I feel like it's good for my health, like, to not be sitting down like this. It feels good. It feels good to have this space right here. I think I'm gonna do interviews like this too. I'm be like, yo, everybody, what's up? Come through to the interview. All right, back to seriousness.
My daughter and wife should have never experienced combat in Colorado Springs. And everybody in that building experienced combat that night, not to their own accord. but because they were forced to.
A lot of people are calling you a hero.
Listen, I'm not a hero. There's real heroes out there, right?
You are one of them.
That really want to be a hero, go do that. All right? Achieve it. I hope my daughter is a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just some dude from San Diego. We're just punk kids from San Diego trying to make it, man. I don't know what else to do.
Sundere, I was saying earlier, this guy has the most Colorado attitude to him. Like, he's like, I'm not a hero, man. I'm just some dude. You know, I'm just like out here trying to make it. I'm just like everybody else. He's got this like Colorado, like just cool ass vibe to him. And I love that Colorado attitude of just like, look, man, I'm just another person out here. Like, I'm just another human being who would try and save somebody who was around them. Like, I'm nothing special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to, I would have done what anybody else did. I love that, man. I love that. Yeah, he does. The hippie vibe. I love that vibe.
Dude, I really hope people kind of use this and shake someone's hand. Give someone a hug, give them a kiss.
As you heard there, a very...
Yeah. If it was somebody in New York, they'd be like, yo, homie, look, man, look, they came through and I shot them down. Motherfuckers, fucking assholes, fucking up the night for everybody. New York got that aggressive, like, man, these motherfuckers want to fuck up the night.
Very emotional first-hand account at moments, trying to hold back his tears. Now he refuses to let others call him a hero. In his words, he was just a guy trying to protect his family.
True hero, man. That guy's a true fucking hero. Richard Fierro. He's gonna keep being humble, but what he did is it really saves a lot of lives, and I know he's gonna have the guilt forever, feeling that he could have done more, but what he did was amazing.